In the wake of North Korea's record-breaking missile tests, the UN Security Council has been requested to hold an emergency meeting. The United States, supported by Britain and France, has requested a meeting on Thursday. January was the busiest month for North Korea's missile testing. Pyongyang conducted 7 missile tests last month. Last weekend, first time since 2017, North Korea launched its most powerful missile. Breaking a 2018 moratorium, Pyongyang confirmed launching an intermediate-range Hwasong-12 ballistic missile. It is the same weapon it had once threatened to target the U.S. territory of Guam with. The testing has sparked fears that the nuclear-armed state could resume long-range testing. The country has both nuclear and ballistic missile technologies. Since 2006, North Korea has been subjected to UN sanctions in an effort to target funding for Pyongyang's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. The Security Council has strengthened sanctions over the years. Last month, China and Russia delayed a U.S. bid to impose UN sanctions on 5 North Koreans. Earlier Tuesday, UN Secretary General denounced the launch as a clear violation of Security Council resolutions. The requested meeting is expected to be held behind closed doors, but it is up to Russia to confirm the timing, as Russia is the president of the Council for the month of February. The United States is concerned about North Korea's escalating missile tests. These tests could be precursors to resumed tests of nuclear weapons and ICBMs. Pyongyang was urged to join direct talks with no preconditions. Under President Joe Biden, Washington has repeatedly sought talks with North Korea, but those have been rebuffed. U.S. envoy to North Korea Sung Kim has discussed the latest launch with South Korean and Japanese authorities. U.S. has underscored its commitment to help defend allies Japan and South Korea, and also to pursue diplomatic solutions with North Korea. Despite urging dialogue, Washington has maintained sanctions on North Korea. Following recent tests, more sanctions have been imposed. U.S. has sought to encourage the UN Security Council to follow suit. Showing unity over North Korea, the UNSC unanimously imposed new heavy economic sanctions in Pyongyang in 2017 for its nuclear and missile tests. The sanctions target the country's oil imports as well as its coal, iron, textile or fishing exports. Welcome to this broadcast. This is our top story at this hour. Japan's parliament has passed a rare resolution where it expressed its concerns over rights issues in China and asked the government to take steps to relieve the situation. The move has unsurprisingly earned the ire of China.
新疆ウイグルの人権状況等に対しても、日米首脳会談や G7 等の場を含め、我が国として深刻な懸念を表明するなど、我が国と価値観を共有する国々とともに連携しつつ取り組んできています。ただいまのご決議の趣旨も踏まえ、政府として引き続き国際社会と緊密に連携しつつ、着実に取り組んでまいります。
The resolution adopted by the lower chamber said that human rights issues cannot just be domestic issues because human rights hold universal values and are a rightful matter of concern for the international community. Japan had already announced that it will not send a government delegation to the upcoming Beijing Winter Olympics following a US-led diplomatic boycott over concerns about China's human rights conditions, though Tokyo avoided explicitly labeling its move as such. The resolution, however, did not directly use the word China anywhere in the text, but Japan's stance could not be more clear. China's foreign ministry has reacted strongly, saying that the resolution ignores facts, maliciously slanders China's human rights situation, and seriously violates international law and basic norms governing international relations. It also pointed towards Japan's own history, saying it too had committed countless crimes when it launched war against other countries. Japan is not the only country to voice its concerns over the situation in China's Xinjiang region. The U.S. has banned imports from China over concerns about forced labor and has labeled Beijing's treatment of the Uyghur Muslim minorities a genocide. China denies abuses in Xinjiang, a major cotton producer that also supplies much of the world's materials for solar panels. Japan has close economic ties with China and relies on China not only as a manufacturing hub, but also as a market for items from automobiles to construction equipment. "24 people have been killed in what is being termed as the heaviest flooding in Ecuador in 2 decades. 20 people have gone missing and 47 people have been injured. Video footage shows water carrying stones, mud and debris down the streets in the Ecuadorian capital. Homes have been inundated. Athletes and spectators on a sporting field were swept away. Quito received heavy rain for 17 straight hours. This led to damaged roads, agricultural areas, clinics, schools, a police station and an electric power substation.
Yo estaba yendo a entrar al túnel y cuando en eso salió una avalancha solamente veía algo café que era piedras, lodo y palos. Yo lo que traté es de treparme a la vereda para poder salvarme un poco y que no me lleve de lleno la avalancha. Me trepé a la vereda y al muro. Cuando en eso pasó un poco de la avalancha, pero el resto ya me vino dando vuelta. Me hizo pegar contra el muro de esta casa, rompimos el muro de esta casa. De la fuerza del agua, lo que hizo me rebotó para este lado, pero por suerte, gracias a Dios, la mano de Dios me cuida. Hubo estos 2 postes que no me permitieron que me siga arrastrando porque si no hubiese sido peor.
Quito mayor has said that the heavy rain has overwhelmed a hillside water catchment structure. It had a capacity of 4,500 cubic meters, but was inundated with more than 4 times that volume. Rescuers say many people in Quito have been treated for hypothermia. Heavy machinery has been mobilized to clear roads and fix the failed catchment system. Power was lost in some parts after electrical poles were brought down. Dozens of soldiers assisted in search and rescue operations. The flooding began on the slopes of the Pichincha volcano, which overlooks the nation's capital. Heavy rain has hit 22 of Ecuador's 24 provinces since October. Scientists say that climate change is intensifying the risk of heavy rain around the world. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.